I'm gonna just not even wait. Hi, as the title said, I don't know what happened. My computer just like completely froze on me and just crashed. I had to hard reset it right quick. As you can see, my settings are my camera doesn't even look the same. I look a lot brighter now, and I had to now I had to go back and like mess with my settings again because it just completely messed up everything that I had set up. So I'm not even wasting more time. Let's get right back into it. Um, let's get right back into the game so we can so I can get some sleep and you guys can we I said you guys, but we can finish chapter one together. But I'm still upset. It was right at the heat of the moment that it crashed on me. It just completely froze. It would not respond whatsoever. So let me grab the remotes and we can go ahead and continue where I left off. So, anyways, quickly, Inspector, the blood, man, the blood, man. I don't. That really made me mad. I can't even do the voices right now. Show the court. Of course. Examine the plate at your leisure. There's no blood. No blood. I don't know how to say that. No blood anywhere. But no, that's. I know I saw it. I'm sure of it. It was right there on the table behind the professor. There was blood on the plate, on the side of the plate. Heh. What an unbecoming expression, little boy. Her name is damn Swan. You see, this is why I always say you can't trust what the Japanese tell you. Ugh. Tis, I couldn't agree more. In the case of this disgrace of the empire, I believe we may finally have reached a conclusion in the trial. Let's hope so. Let's pretend attempt at courtroom proceedings is painful to watch. But I do promise to do my best to forget all about it when it's over. Oh my. Huh. This sorry looking steak reveals the facts all too clearly. If the sorry using accused wishes to examine it again, be my guest. The plate escape has been entered into a court record. Was the plate I saw or thought I saw just a fragment of my imagination? Let's look at it. Let's go backwards. It's easier. Hmm? Huh? What in the world is this? I think it's a Koban coin, and the hallmark is from the Hoi era, I believe. No. I don't mean what it is. I mean, what's it doing there? Oh, that's not the right tray. Wait. Did you say it was a Hoi Koban? Yes, and apart from the meat juice, it looks to be in good condition. I imagine it's very valuable. This isn't the first time today that there's been talk of a Hoi Koban. I've heard of pearls before swine, but I've never heard of bulletin before bullen. And I don't think you ever will again. This is extraordinary though. This means that this isn't the right trade. Oops, I didn't mean to click that. I certainly never expected to find a precious coin underneath this thick cut of meat. And it's from the Hoy era too. That would make... Oh, wrong voice. And it's from the Hoy era too. That would make it really quite valuable. It's well marinated in juice as well. Look. What do you think? What? You think? Are you thinking of eating it? No. But the next time I order a steak in an expensive restaurant, one thing's for sure. My heart's going to be racing as I lift up the meat and peer underneath for a price. I think you might have the wrong idea of the wrong end of the stick about this review. A Koban coin underneath the steak. There's only one logical explanation. Are they gonna look at the bull marking? No, I'm not even gonna waste my time. I already know. Let's go. This is now. I've lost. Ryu. It's not over yet. Not until the final gravel. Never stop believing in yourself. Keep looking forward, no matter what. Believe in myself? Really? Maybe I should at least examine the evidence for myself. As the evidence requested by the fit has not been shown to be problematic in any way, I presume any further examination of evidence in this trial will be unnecessary. Does the defense have an objection? That bloodstain was going to clinch the trial for me. Can this plate of steak reveal any other clues at all? There's no clue. Your Excellency, please wait. This plate of beef is hiding another clue. Another clue that revealed the shocking truth.
Objection!
The only thing that's shocking here is your unhealthy fascination with beefsteak. Your Excellency, I think I've made myself clear, haven't I? I will not be able to turn a blind eye to any more unnecessary procrastinations in this trial. I'm sorry, Miss Brett, but we must assure a thorough examination of the evidence. I will not give a ruling until I am completely satisfied that all reasonable doubt has been dispelled. I see. As a newly affirmed ally of my country, that's still your position, is it? Thank you, Your Excellency. Counsel for the defense, you will now clearly show the court of what you're adulting. Where precisely on this piece of beefsteak is this new clue found? Oh, I already did this. What? We already did this. Yes, we talked about this already. Yes.
Got it!
Good gracious. That's Koban? What on earth? Ahoy era one at that. Miss Brett, this is in fact the beefsteak that you ordered at the restaurant on the day in question, isn't it? Is it? ... Tell me, why is there an old coin seemingly hidden underneath the meat?
Shut up!
What a ridiculous question. How should I know? I've never seen a thing before in my life. I don't know what it is, but I want no part of it.
Objection!
I fail to see how this is relevant. A coin under the meat? That could simply have been a careless mistake by the chef in the moment of distraction.
Objection!
Don't be absurd. We're supposed to believe that this happened by accident in the kitchen? A rare Hoi Koban just happens to be hidden underneath the piece of steak? If this turns out to be irrelevant to the case, I'll rip up my ticket to go to Britain right now. He's right. It can't be a coincidence. Your Excellency. Yes, Counsel. A rare Hoi Koban just happened to be hidden underneath that piece of steak. This turns out to be irrelevant to the case. I'll give him my lawyer job right now.
Objection!
By all means, don't let it stop you. No one invited you anyway.
Shut up!
Perhaps, little boy, you should realize that it is you who is irrelevant. Even though I'm the one on trial here. The point is, it's essential that we ask the owner of this coin if he can explain what it's doing under that steak. The owner? Yes, it's obviously there's only one person it belongs to. The owner of the Koban that was found underneath the steak is...
Take that!
Obviously, it can only be the antique dealer and the owner of Rasu Te. Kyu Ryo. I'm not saying it. Hold on. Curie, as in Mr. Cucumber something. Honestly, these ridiculous Japanese names are quite unfathomable. Yes. The old man who testified earlier along with the military sergeant, correct? Yes, Your Excellency. I remember him saying that he was up to something with his Koban coin when it happened. At exactly the moment the gun was fired, the gunshot interests me not. I was far too busy on the floor. I don't remember what voice I gave him. Too busy on the floor? Sorry, what were you doing? Hunting for treasure. Indeed, the Hoi era Koban, my prized coin. Then this Hoi era Koban, do you mean to tell me?
Objection!
No. Please, why would Korikuta-san's Koban be sandwiched between the victim's beefsteak and its plate? It makes no sense.
Yes!
Which is why I'm asking to bring Korikuta-san back to the witness stand so we can ask him. Officer, bring both witnesses that testified earlier back in here. Without a moment's delay. I can't believe you come back around to that pair again. But I have a hunch, a strong hunch, that if we chase down the real significance of the Koban, we'll find that it's a key element in this case. If it says to be continued, I'm gonna have to... Okay. Oh, the baby. What's this all about? Why have I been called up again? Don't you realize that it's dinner time for little baby Ado? When my son's belly is empty, he's fiercer than a pack of wolves. Exploited by the police, were we? Like miserable dogs. Forced to bear false witness. And when cast from this courtroom myself, I became a ruined man in a thrice, a worthless, withered antique. Nothing more have I to say. The sun has set on this rusty taste shop's owner's existence. Be that as it may, Korikuta-san, something has come to light that requires your clarification. As far as your, he dropped the knife on him. Yes, that's it. The one. The very one. The very exact one that it is. The resplendent splendiferous holy treasure that my rusty bones managed to misplace that fateful day. It can't be. As I thought. Young man, enlighten this decrepit old fool. Put me out of my misery. Where was my treasure? Where was it dropped? Oh, I'm not sure if it was dropped anywhere. We found your coin sandwiched between the beefsteak and its plate, soaking in the seasoned meat juices. Soaking? Seriously? Clearly, it couldn't have fallen there by accident, which means somebody must have hidden it there on purpose. Somebody concealed my Hoei treasure between a slab of meat and a metal plate? Who would do such a thing? Such a unconsiderable thing. ... Excuse me. Could I say something? Yes, of course. Proceed, Inspector Hosonaga. ... I mentioned this earlier on in the trial, but I was working undercover in the restaurant in order to investigate another case. Ah, yes, that's right. The secret undercover operation. La Carnival was a high-class Western cuisine restaurant. It attracts wealthy diners, including many foreigners. Recently, there's been a run of similarly executed thefts targeting the restaurant's rich clientele. As a number of such instances have been reported to the police bureau. Wicked crimes indeed. We wanted to nip the case in the bud quickly, especially with so many foreigners being affected. So that's why you were sent undercover, is it? Yes. I took on the job of waiter at the restaurant in order to flush out the criminal. It seems likely that this Koban incident is the work of the same theft. So unbeknownst to us, there was a master thief at work in the restaurant on a regular basis. The place was already the scene of several crimes, it seems. I don't know about the master theft part, but the identity of the person who stole and hid Korikuta-san's Koban is all too clear now. It was Sergeant. What? I think the court would like to hear the defense's view on this matter. Tell us, who was the despicable scoundrel that stole Korikuta-san's Koban and hid it under the steak? It was obviously him.
Take that!
Obviously. It can only be you. Sergeant Issei Nosa. What? How? How dare you? You monster. Monster? I stole that koban, did I? I'm the master thief of Le Carnival, am I? You seriously accusing me of these crimes, cadet? But it wasn't me. It was Ado. Ado is the mastermind behind all this. Dot dot dot. Dot dot dot. Dot dot dot. You would push the blame for your crimes onto your own son, an innocent little baby? It's you who's the monster, Sergeant Nosa. Dot dot dot. Dot dot dot. Yeah, no, I'm definitely not doing that. No, I'm not doing all that. Did he break his back? Nippon Imperial Army Sergeant Issei Nosa preparing to stand down in the Supreme Court, sir. Do any of you know of the extraordinarily low wages the Nippon Imperial Army pays those it expects to keep our country safe? I understand that the temporary increase in taxation owing to the recently ended conflicts remain in place, and I have heard that it's hard for lower ranked soldiers to make a living. Yes. All I want is to put a hot meal on the table for my son. That's why you were stealing things at the restaurant? That place is heavy with money. Every 3 days, I'd go there and do reconnaissance for the target. And I enjoy chopping my way through a good steak at the same time. It sounds like he doesn't bother with the knife and fork even, which is worryingly believable. And your target that day was the old man and his koban. Dot dot dot. Yes, sir. He was an easy mark. I slipped the coin into my pocket without any trouble at all. A veritable phantom thief you are. I was all set to leave the steak I was halfway through devouring when it happened. Yes, when the professor was shot. I knew that if the police conducted a search and found the coin in my pocket, I'd be finished. 802. So I hid the incriminating evidence as fast as I could on the double. I slipped it under the steak, hoping that I'd be able to rendezvous with it again at a later date. Dot dot dot. 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 This is ridiculous. Perhaps you should carry on with this absurd prattling in your own time. Well, Miss Brett. Oh, of course, dear lady, of course. How rude of us. I'm quite sure there's no need to detain you any longer at all. May the esteemed gentlewoman please be excused, Your Excellency. Indeed. The thief of Kobon was clearly perpetrated by this baby-saddled sergeant. It would certainly appear to be unrelated to Dr. Wilson's murder. Of course it is. Hiding a corn in a loaf of meat? The sheer nonsense of such an idea astounds me. Nonsense, is it? Well, oof. And as for picking up your steak and biting into it without using a knife and fork, it is beyond nonsense. It's pure madness. Very well. Now that all questions concerning this woods transport has been answered, I see no further justification for detaining her. Miss Brett, you are free to leave. Thank you, Your Excellency. Good luck, everyone. And good day. ... Ryu, what's the matter with you? There's no time for daydreaming. Oh, no, it's just... Something about Miss Brett's parting words there got me thinking. I can't quite work out what exactly, but something she said jarred me. What'd she say? Good luck and good day. I feel like there's a contradiction in there somewhere. Something didn't quite add up. If that's the case, don't just stand there thinking, make your voice heard. Sorry? You can think later, but if you don't call out now, it'll be too late. The trial will be over.
Hold it!
Wait, Miss Britt. What is it now? I'm afraid, just one last time. There's something I'd like to ask you. I'd like you to explain the contradiction in your parting words from just a few moments ago. What are you talking about? What contradiction?
Objection!
What new student nonsense is this? Well, what parting words are you talking about, Ryu? Hiding a coin under a lump of meat? The sheer nonsense of such an idea astounds me. And as for picking up your steak and biting into it without a fork and knife and fork, it's beyond nonsense. It's pure madness. Yes, I'm right. What she said there exposed an undeniable contradiction. I'm going to need to see some actual evidence, Counsel. If Miss Brent's words truly were contradicting, where's the evidence to prove it? Is it a fork and knife on the picture? I can't be taking any more hits. Well, there's clearly a knife that has juice on it, or whatever. There's nothing on the fork. Let me save right quick. Oops. Let me save right quick. I feel like I'm gonna get this wrong. And I only got 2 hits.
Take that!
Yellow. Oh, yes, I got it right. Okay. The photographic print of the scene taken immediately after the incident occurred. What's interesting is the plate of steak that you can see on the victim's table. The steak that Miss Brett had been eating before the professor was killed. Yes, go on. More accurately, Your Accuracy, the steak that was on the victim's table just before the professor was killed. Now you're just splitting hairs. ... Not true. Doesn't something about this steak strike you as very unnatural? Unnatural? What on earth do you mean? It's extremely obvious. I'm talking about the shape of the edge where it's been eating. I've seen you noticed it too, Miss Brett. Notice what exactly, Counsel? Just a few moments ago, Miss Brett claimed no Englishman could ever contemplate picking up a steak and biting into it without using a knife and fork. Of course she did. She's a refined English gentlewoman herself. Then take a good look at this steak, in particular the edge where it's been eaten. As you can see, there are clearly defined barbaric teeth marks there. It looks like Miss Brett has realized something. So, if the witness, as she claims, wouldn't contemplate eating anything without a knife and fork, there shouldn't be teeth marks in the steak at all.
Objection!
But what is your actual point? Perhaps the delightful means.
Shut up!
Oh, whatever you say, dear lady. As I've said, I really must be leaving now. Afternoon tea with the Minister of Justice cannot possibly wait any longer. Of course. This will all be over in a blink of an eye. Rest assured, I'm about to put these rookies in.
Shut up!
I've heard enough. You're you irritating little spectacle samurai relic. I'm tired of you. What's the matter, Miss Brett? Have you ruffled your feathers? Clearly, the witness knows what this means. She realized the catastrophic implication these teeth marks in the steak have for her. Ryu, do you know where you're going with this? Yes. Now, at last, it's all come together. The mysterious teeth marks in the steak that had allegedly been eaten with cutlery. The reason why the bloodstains I saw somewhere seems to have disappeared. And most importantly, the evidence that proves once and for all who shot Dr. Wilson that day. I accept that these teeth marks in the steaks are a little unnatural, as you put it, Counsel. But what exactly are you suggesting that tells us? Everything, Your Excellency. Everything? Yes, I believe that these barbaric teeth marks in the steak here amount to conclusive evidence in this case. Evidence that will prove beyond any doubt who shot Dr. Wilson.
Shut up!
Conclusive evidence? How many times have I heard that today? You wouldn't know the meaning of that phrase, typical Japanese empty threats. How can you be sure? Oh, it's quite simple. If you really had such conclusive evidence, you would have presented it to the court long ago. Actually, the evidence I'm talking about hasn't been brought before the court yet. Hasn't been what? But just because it hasn't been shown yet, doesn't mean that the evidence does not exist.
Objection!
This is absurd. The trial has run several hours already. And you say there's evidence yet to be brought forward? There can't be. I don't believe you have
Objection!
it. I don't. But there is someone who does have it. Someone in this very courtroom. And that person is willing to submit this piece of evidence I'm referring to. It will solve every remaining mystery about this case. Very well. I have a feeling this will be my last request of the defense in this trial. I'm gonna save because I feel like I got lucky the first time. I don't know about this one. I want to say it's the detective. Oh no, it's him.
Take
It's him.
that!
Counsel. I'm disappointed. Ah, it's like a chance. I was expecting you to be taking this more seriously. Seems you need waking up. There's nothing more for you going to say. One person particularly provided us with a piece of evidence is already. This is the last act of the trial. You have such a shake. Okay, then it's old dude then. If I get this wrong, I'm gonna be so mad. I'm gonna be hella mad.
Take that!
Okay, so I was right. I should have waited. I should have went with him in the first place. The answer is obvious. It's Inspector Hosonaga. What? I have it? Yes. You think I've been withholding conclusive evidence? That's ridiculous. No. I'm not saying that. Everyone's attention has been focused on this stake with the teeth marks. Yes. Now, earlier this afternoon, Sergeant Nosa told the court the following: I enjoyed chopping my way through a good steak, and as well as admitting to stealing Korikuta-san's corn. He told us that he slipped it under the steak. You watch it, cadet. I'm a superior officer. Sergeant Nosa, could you please confirm something for me? Was the steak that you put the corn under, in fact, your own steak? Attention! Affirmative, of course. I might be a soldier in the Imperial Nippon Army, but still. I'm not brave enough to ask a foreign junta lady if she'd mind me manhandling her meat to hide something in it. What is up with these phrases? What is up with these phrases in these games? In other words, the steak that the detective submitted as evidence earlier was in fact Sergeant Nosa's meal.
Objection!
But that makes no sense. The plate was taken from the victim's table.
Objection!
Yet the gentlewoman doesn't take bites out of her steak, nor did she have an opportunity to steal the coin. Of course I didn't steal it. To even suggest such a thing would be an affront to the entire British Empire. Well then, how do you explain this paradox? Exactly. Surely you're not going to suggest that the sergeant switched the two steaks over. Dot dot dot. Dot dot dot. Dot dot dot. Dot dot dot. You did switch the plates? ... Well, after it happened, when I saw the civilian had been murdered right in front of my own eyes like that, I panicked. As I said, I immediately lifted my stick and hit the coin underneath it. But then, when the waiter announced he was an undercover policeman, I thought I had it. If he decided to investigate my staff and me, that'd be it. I'd be getting my marching orders. So when the cadet here was arrested and taken off to the kitchen, I seized my chance. With military precision and timing, I switched my steak back. I switched my steak with the one on the foreign lady's table. What? You can't have. I never saw you do such a thing. It was called Operation Lightning Bolt. There was no time for strategic planning. It was do or die, I tell you. So yes, I did what had to be done. I'm not sure. However, fear not, Prosecutor Son. What now? I swear on the brass buttons on my uniform, that is all I did, sir. All you did? That's plenty, Sergeant.
Yes!
So, if Sergeant knows to switch the plates over, it means he took Miss Brett's steak and the plate it was on back to his own table. Yes, that follows. Inspector Hosonaga. Yes. Earlier in the trial, you told the court this. You said that you had not only taken Miss Brett's steak, but that after the incident, you also took the sergeant's. That to preserve evidence, you had to take both. That's correct. Then please present it to the court now. The plate that was actually on the victim's table at the precise moment he was shot.
Shut up!
What can that possibly tell us now? I mean, a cold stab with tough meat, it can't have the slightest bearing on this case.
Objection!
No. You're not wriggling your way out of it this time, lady. I beg your pardon. Surely you're not that forgetful. Surely you remember the reason why this steak pan promised to prove such a problem for you, no? You're the ones who decided it was a problem, not me. The reason the defense asked to see the place was to confirm something. The defendant remembers seeing it. I remember seeing it. Thinks he remembers. I'm quite sure of it. I'm quite sure of what I saw, Miss Brett. On the side of the plate that was on the table directly behind Dr. Wilson, there was a clear splattering of blood from the gunshot wound on the victim's chest. I believe the defendant's memory serves him well. And now we have the evidence to prove it. The plate you were eating from, Miss Brett. Let us not prolong this any further. Inspector, you will show the evidence to the court. Present the beefsteak and plate that was originally on the victim's table at the time of the incident. Yes, sir. I wonder what he usually looks like.
On top of you.
222. All right, we're almost there. I feel like we're close to the end. Sorry to keep you waiting. Here's the other steak in its plate. Please feel free to examine it. The blood stain. It's clearly visible. Look.
Yes!
Now this makes everything clear. The blood you can see on the side of the plate shows that at the moment the victim was shot, he was facing the table with his back to me. In other words, it's impossible for Naruhodo-san to have shot the victim. Ugh. That... it can't be. In fact, there's only one person who could possibly have shot Dr. Wilson from the front. I'm sure everyone knows by now who that person is. That's right. Miss Giselia Brett. Giselle Brett. I said Giselle. It's you. Are we finally gonna see her face now? I know she's gonna break down because they always do. Can I see her face? Can we see her face? Outdone by a Japanese. Me by a Japanese schoolboy. No. 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 And scream. Dramatic as usual. Yes, of course. It wouldn't be Ace Attorney if it wasn't for that. What? Is she getting away? We still don't get to see her face? Please excuse my little outburst. I briefly lost my composure. Most unbecoming behavior of an English gentlewoman, forgive me. Well, Miss Brett, I think it's time you told the court what actually happened that day. The truth, this time. ... Gladly, Your Excellency. It was I who took the professor's life using Curie. As you surmised, I chose the particular day for one very important reason. The professor had a dental appointment for the extraction of one of his teeth in the morning. So you planned to kill the professor knowing that no trace of the poison would be found in his water. Because Curie is unheard of here in Japan. Yes. Of course, I never intended to remain at the rest spot for as long as I did. I only needed to see the professor take one tiny sip of his water, and it would all be over. I would place the steak I had ordered in front of him to make it appear as though he had been dining alone, and leave immediately. However, before any of that happened, there was an unexpected visitor at the professor's table. That would be me, I suppose. Yes, you. Who else? Such a trifling matter. But the fact that you decided to come over to greet the professor meant that I had lost my chance to slip away unnoticed. Daniel and Monkey. Oh, you hunting for me on mute now, huh? Ever since that one time I left myself on mute, you've been waiting for me to mess up again. No, I've been on my P's and Q's. You ain't gonna catch me no more. You not about to catch me no more. You not gonna catch me no more. It's irrelevant. Once, twice, 3 times, you not gonna catch me no more. It's not happening. I'm a professional now. I'm a professional now. You're not gonna catch me. You're not gonna catch me slipping. Oh man, I'm tired. I'm trying to hurry up and finish this. Chapter. It's really. It's 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm kind of tired. I'm running on fumes right now. Anyways, let me get back. Let me hurry up and finish this. In due course, the professor took a sip of his water and was paralyzed. I made sure he was sitting in his chair such that he wouldn't fall. There was no going back at that point. So I concocted a plan on the spur of the moment. A plan to pin Dr. Wilson's murder on this innocent man. ... I happen to know that the professor always carried a gun. I decided to use that fact to my advantage. I had the bottle of curry in my handbag and my own pistol concealed under my skirt. Under your skirt? So I was right. There were 2 guns. Yes. And then I finished my coffee and got up to leave. That's when I noticed Professor's gun, which you had presumably placed on the floor. Placed where you were sure I would notice it. And everything would have went according to plan. You noticed the gun as I intended. And then, just as you bent down to pick it up, bang. Bang, bang. That's when you shot the professor with your own gun. Even though at that point, he was already dead. Naturally, the gunshot caused a commotion, at which point the waiter appeared. Obviously, I assumed Naruhodo-san was the culprit and apprehended him. I took him to the pantry that adjoins the kitchen and locked him inside. That's when I took the opportunity to turn the professor and his chair around. Because, of course, he needed to make it look like the defendant had shot Dr. Wilson from where he picked up the gun. ... Can we see her face? Nope. So there you have it. That's the entirety of my misdemeanor. ... Your Excellency. Yes. I can't do voices right now anymore. I'm like, I wonder. I better get back to this sleep thing if I'm going to make those appointments in the morning. See you around. Thank you for stopping by as always, Monkey. I appreciate it. Good luck on your appointments. I'm about to head to sleep soon anyway. I already know this chapter's about to end pretty soon, so I'm about to head to sleep myself. But get some good sleep, man. Might I speak with you in private later? I shall call on you. Thank you. Good day then, everyone. I hope you can forgive me, Naruhodo-san. No face reveal? It would seem this trial has finally run its course. I presume the prosecution is in agreement? This can't be. Taketsuchi Aichi does not lose. Not to the likes of this rookie student. You'd better start getting used to tough opposition. Opposition? I don't know. I didn't even look at what it said. Ryunosuke Naruhodo. I feel like I'm saying that wrong. Yes. This insult to the Aichi family name will never be forgotten. I really feel like he's Edgeworth, especially when he's doing this. Like Edgeworth used to do this. Yeah, I feel like Cosmo is Edgeworth, but I don't want to be sure just yet. But I feel like he's Edgeworth for sure. You've become conceited with Ave Council, but the old have to stand aside to make way for the new. It's the way of the world. May you never forget that. Is he gonna cut his hair? I knew it. His hair always falls off. 1,000 millennia may pass, and still the Aichi clan will never measure up to the Naruhodo clan. Which is true. He gets beat by Phoenix every time. The trial in the Supreme Court of Japan will, I believe, go down in history as the start of a new chapter in our country's judicial system. Despite being stubborn as they accuse Ryunosuke Naruhodo presented an excellent case. I thank you, Your Excellency. The use of evidence and deduction to unravel the truth in this modern mythology. After all, it has only been a few short decades since our country opened its doors to the wider world. But the Western ideas of science rapidly gained acceptance here. I feel sure that science will soon bring new methods of investigation and new procedures of justice. A new future of law awaits, but what it will look like, I cannot begin to imagine. That is for the young to pursue. Cosmo Asogi. Yes. After this trial, you are set to embark on a journey of the ceremony to the illustrious British Empire. Learn all you can, absorb everything of the wider world that you are able to. And do not forget to fulfill the mission imposed upon you. ... I understand, Your Excellency. What was that about? Why do you look so grave all of a sudden? Never mind. As for you, Ryu Naruhodo. Oh, yes. In you, I sense, how could I put it, unusual potential. I very much look forward to seeing how you carry that onwards. Thank you, Your Excellency. It is time to deliver the final verdict. I hereby find the defendant Ryunosuke Naruhodo not guilty. and with one penalty left. Let me go to it. This court is now adjourned. I can't believe it. I can't believe what's happened. I made it. I defended myself and made it through that horrendous trial. Ryu, you finally pulled it off. Congratulations. Well, I couldn't have done it without you. Thank you, Kazuma. Ha 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 ha. No, it was a pleasure to watch you at work. So, you owe me an extra large sukiyaki from the place on Yuma University Street. Don't forget. Good afternoon. All your hard work has certainly paid off. Congratulations to the both of you, Naruhodo-san's innocence. Congratulations to the both of you on providing Naruhodo-san's innocence. A trustworthy judicial assistant. You worked hard for the results too, you know. Oh no, I didn't do any. Thank you so much. If we hadn't had the research report of Miss Brett's, I don't know how things would have turned out. Your kind words should really be for my father. I was simply doing as he asked. It was his idea for me to go to the university and investigate. Your father? Ah, yes, of course. Forgive me for intruding on the court's procedures, Your Excellency. Susato Mikotoba assisted for the defense. Speaking of Mikotoba, there you are. I believe congratulations. I feel like, yeah, I figured as much as too. Naruhodo, you did an excellent job. Thank you so much, Professor. Thank you, Professor. Oh no, it is I who should be thanking you. After all, your efforts exposed the true criminal that took the life of my good friend. Good friend? Oh yes, you mentioned that before. It was you who actually invited Dr. Wilson to Yuma University, wasn't it? Yes, that's right. Professor Mikotoba studied overseas himself. He went to study forensic medicine in Great Britain. Presumably that's when you met Dr. Wilson. Exactly. In those days, we worked together in the same hospital. Oh, you work together? I've never heard you mention that before. Well, it was a long time ago now. Besides, it's your turn, Asogi. Great Britain is a magnificent country. It leads the world in science, medicine, engineering, culture, and of course, in law. Watch and learn, my boy. See what's happening in the world's largest melting pot. I will. I'll learn all that I can. I swear on this, the spirit of the Asogi kind. You're not taking that sword to Great Britain, are you? Of course I am. A Japanese magic katana is a sword. This blade shows me where I need to go. It cuts down anything that's in my way. Yes, I've definitely seen how sharp it is already with my own eyes. That reminds me, What happened to the woman? To Giselle Brett, I mean. After all, she's guilty of murder. Oh, yes, her. It's not easy to tell you this, but... What do you mean? Shirley's just going to face trial herself now. She's a true culprit after all. She will be leaving Japan in the very near future. For Shanghai. What? Shanghai? ... Giselle Brett will not appear in court again in this country. I'm certain of that. What? But why not? It's a matter of consular jurisdiction. Oh. Inspector Hosonaga. It was a hard fight battle in the courtroom today. Very impressive to watch. I must congratulate. But what's all this about consular jurisdiction? We cannot try this particular foreigner for her crimes here in Japan. What? We can't try her. But then who's going to bring her to justice? A British consular court will hear her case somewhere far away where our voices can't be heard. But why a consular court? Professor, I simply don't understand. I thought consular courts were a thing of the past now. That's why, now that we signed the friendship treaty. Yes, in normal circumstances, you're right. Then, so long as this is not a serious incident of a highly political nature to our representative governments, they can't invoke a consular court just like that. Oh, can't they? Yes, she's a student, but it doesn't justify our government's making secret agreements about her fate, does it? Something strange is going on. ... So Miss Brett can't be held accountable for her actions here in Japan? I'm afraid that for the young student, today's trial was nothing more than a game all along. There was never any danger of competence for her. I don't believe it. The British government's Foreign Affairs Ministry has demanded that we hand over custody of Miss Brett. They're obviously taking this case of a foreign student committing murder very seriously. ... But it's all going to change from now on. We can make it change. This is a time of great turmoil. This new era held by the start of the 20th century. One day I have no doubt that woman will receive the judgment she deserves. Yes, change is coming, and we're the ones driving it. Well, I think that's enough seriousness for now. This evening calls for a celebratory drink. But Professor, you're right. There's no time for gloomy faces. We should be celebrating Ryu's not guilty verdict. Let's start having some fun. In that case, I might exercise the carnival. As the head waiter, I should be delighted to provide you with ample food and drink. You're a detective, Hosonaga-san, aren't you? Let's not worry. Let's not worry about details for now. To the carnival, will you accompany us, Professor? Of course. The carnival's food is second to none. I shall go and attend to the paperwork up for Naruhodo-san's release. Oh, yes. Thank you. So, Giselle Brett won't be tried here. I suppose it means I'll never know. I never found out why she killed Dr. Wilson. Kazuma. Yes, Rio. I just wanted to say thanks again. That's all. You really saved my skin today. Ha 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 ha. I didn't do a thing. You were the lawyer in there, weren't you? That defense was all your own work. Your skills made the difference though. One day I bet you'll be the best lawyer in the world. I'm not so sure about that. To be honest, something kept occurring to me over and over again during that trial. I couldn't help thinking that maybe you're the one destined to become a great lawyer, not me. What? Come on, be serious. If I helped you today, it was only right at the very start of the trial. But you have a natural talent for it. For being the defense lawyer. I mean, oh no, not me. All that tense verbal combat. I never wanted to go through that ever again. I did what you told me to, that's all, because I knew I could trust you. That's the point. Sorry? What do you mean, that's the point? Listen, Ryu. Do you know what the crucial weapon is in any lawyer that any lawyer needs in order to win? Knowledge of the law? No. The ability to believe. To believe? To believe what? A defense lawyer has to fight for his clients. He has to believe in them at all times. Like you believed me when I said I didn't do it. I'm human, just like you. I don't have some superhuman ability to know the truth. But you have to make a choice about what to believe in and stick to it when you're defending somebody. I'm sorry, I'm really slow and slow. Yeah, I'm definitely tired. I wonder if y'all can see it in my face. Sometimes in the courtroom, you can really be backed into a corner. But being able to remain faithful to what you choose to believe in, even then, well, that's not something that anyone can do. It takes a special kind of person. Believing in your client. Just look at today's trial. I'm a student lawyer with precious little real experience, but you never stopped believing in me. Well, you face seemingly hopeless situations time and again, but you never stopped looking for the truth. And in the end, you found it through your own efforts, and because you never stopped believing in me. Thanks, Kazuma. ... There's something I want to ask you, actually, Ryu. Well, it's a favor, really. Something very important to me. It sounds serious. What is... You're still here, are you? Oh, Inspector Hosonaga. I've arranged some rickshaws for us. Let's go. Thank you. We'll be right there. Let's pick up this conversation again later. We should be celebrating right now. Your first court victory. And your study tour to Great Britain. Don't forget. Oh yes, that too. End. So my very first trial came to an end. Kazuma. Professor Mikotoba. Susato's son, who acted as my assistant. Inspector Hosonaga, who didn't really play much of a part, but still. It was because of the help and support of all these people that I managed to get through the trial. And more importantly, Kazuma hadn't yet managed to ask his favor of me. Little did I realize just how much it would change my life. We did it. We done. I can go to sleep now. We did it. I said I wasn't done until I did chapter, and I finished the chapter. Episode 2. That's the end of this. Thank you everybody who stopped by. Thank you for all the likes and follows. I really appreciate it. I'm tired. As you guys can probably see in my face, I'm super tired. I hate, you know what? One thing I really hate is looking back on these streams that I do and just seeing the weird faces I be making, or when I'm reading or when I'm playing the game, I just make weird faces. But I digress. As I said, thank you for stopping by. It's been a really long journey this time around, but I'm glad you guys stuck around with me, the people who did stick around till the end. If you haven't already, follow me on YouTube, follow me on Facebook, follow me on Twitch, follow me on Instagram. All of it is shown down in the bottom left of my layout. Follow me on, you can join, I have a Discord server. You can, my bot is set up, you can look up the Discord. You can always ask me personally what my Discord is, and I'll gladly send you the link. But, yeah, let me get off, let me hop off the stream. I can barely think straight right now. Let me hop off the stream and, hit the hay. On that note, this is That Quiet Storm signing out.